When the words lever action come up, most folks picture saddle scabbards, John Wayne, and 30-30s doing work on deer or hogs. Or maybe the real bruisers chambered in 45-70, the kind of rifle that feels like it kicks back with a grudge. But there's a forgotten champion in the lever game that deserves way more attention. The .357 Magnum. So here they are, the top 5.357 Magnum lever-action rifles you need to see. Number 5. The Rossi R92, the blue-collar boss. Let's kick things off with a true workhorse, the Rossi R92. If there's a lever gun equivalent of a no-nonsense blue-collar pickup truck, this is it. It doesn't need frills, it doesn't want attention, it just wants to get the job done and maybe hit steel on the way home. The Rossi R92 traces its DNA back to the iconic Winchester 1892. That's already a solid start. But what Rossi did was take that classic platform and make it affordable and approachable, available in stainless or blued finishes, and your choice of a 16-inch or 20-inch barrel. This rifle gives you options whether you want a compact brush gun or a bit more sight radius. And here's the deal. It's lightweight, it's handy. Once it's broken in, the action cycles with surprising smoothness. Side-loading gate? Check. Tube magazine? Of course. And it eats both. .357 and .38. Special like candy. There's something seriously satisfying about running light. .38s for casual shooting and then swapping in hot .357s when it's time for business. No, it's not going to win any beauty pageants, and the factory trigger is, let's just say it's functional. But here's where the Rossi really shines. Value. At around $700 or even less, this rifle punches above its weight. Whether it's riding in the truck, bouncing around in a side-by-side, or tagging along for a hike, it handles abuse without complaint. And if you're into customizing, the R92 has an aftermarket just waiting to be explored. Smoother action kits, upgraded sights, even wood furniture swaps. It's a tinkerer's playground. Think of it as your gateway lever gun. Reliable, affordable, and surprisingly fun to run. The Rossi R92 may be rough around the edges, but it's all heart. Number 4. Henry Big Boy X Model. Tactical meets traditional. Now let's move into something with a bit more modern flair. The Henry Big Boy X Model. This isn't your granddad's lever gun, unless he's running nods and has a suppressor in his safe. The X Model is where tradition meets tactical, and it does it surprisingly well. Henry took the proven Big Boy platform and gave it a serious facelift. Gone is the polished brass and walnut. In its place, a black synthetic stock M-lock slots up front, a Picatinny rail for optics, and yes, a threaded barrel. You want to run suppressed .38 specials out of this thing? Go right ahead. It's whisper quiet and endlessly entertaining. This rifle balances like a dream. The synthetic stock keeps the weight down without feeling flimsy. The lever throw is smooth, like all Henrys, and it cycles faster than you'd expect from a platform this chunky. The side-loading gate finally solves the old Henry gripe, and now topping off the tube mid-range session is effortless. The X Model feels like it was built with home defense in mind. It shoulders fast, it's easy to maneuver indoors, and those 9 rounds of .357 Magnum are ready to handle business if needed. Add an optic for precision. Keep it iron if you're keeping it simple. Either way, the modularity means this rifle can grow with you. But here's what makes it really stand out. It's versatile. Hog hunting? Done. Property defense? Ready. Fun at the range with suppressed .38s? Absolutely. The X Model gives you the modern features without abandoning the lever gun soul. Some folks joke that it looks like a lever gun that raided a tactical gear catalog. But here's the thing, it works. And if you're someone who wants the old-school action with a touch of modern attitude, the Henry Big Boy X is one to watch. And it doesn't stop at performance. This rifle feels good in the hands. The rubber recoil pad eats up what little kick point .357 has, making follow-up shots snappy and smooth. The M-Lock forend isn't just for show, it's ready for lights, lasers, grips, whatever your setup demands. It also makes a great truck gun, compact enough to tuck behind the seat, durable enough to take a beating, and powerful enough to handle just about anything you'd run into out on the back roads. It brings cowboy charm with a modern twist, and people notice when it hits the bench. The action gets even slicker with use, and it responds well to a little tuning if you're the DIY type. Add a red dot, and you've got a lever gun that transitions from brush gun to bedside rifle in seconds. It doesn't beg for attention. It earns respect with every lever pull. And for those who still think lever guns are stuck in the past, this one shuts that argument down with authority. It brings old-world reliability into a 21st century role, all without losing what makes lever actions great in the first place. Whether you're into practical upgrades or full tactical loadouts, this Henry is ready to ride. It's built to be used, not babied, and it holds up to real-world conditions like a champ. The finish resists scratches. The controls feel tight. It's one of those guns that invites confidence. And if you're pairing it with a .357 revolver, now you're talking a match made in heaven. 2 guns, 1 caliber, endless possibilities. This kind of duality is what makes the platform so unique and why the X model continues to gain traction among enthusiasts and new shooters alike. It's the kind of rifle that makes people stop and ask questions, especially when they hear it run. That unmistakable lever clack, combined with a suppressed pop. Pure joy. It brings a grin, whether you're knocking over steel or dialing in at 50 yards. And even though it's modern, it still has that lever gun soul, something mechanical, something nostalgic, something that just feels right. The X model proves that heritage and innovation don't have to clash. In fact, when done right, they make each other better. So if the idea of blending cowboy roots with modular customization sounds good, the Henry Big Boy X model is exactly where that fusion lives. It's the future of lever guns, and it's here right now. Not as a gimmick, but as a serious option for shooters who want more than tradition. Number 3. Marlin 1894. Classic. A comeback story. Next up is a comeback kid that came back swinging. The Marlin 1894 Classic in .357 Magnum. After some dark years under Remington's shaky stewardship, Ruger took the reins and didn't just revive the Marlin brand, they refined it. The new production, 1894 Classic, feels like it came out of a time machine, in the best way possible. Rich walnut stocks, deep blued steel, and a lever throw that's tight and responsive. It keeps the traditional look alive but ditches all the QC issues that plagued earlier models. Short stroke lever? Check. Side-loading gate? Absolutely. Factory iron sights that actually hit where they're aimed? Finally. There's no weird looseness or gritty machining. This rifle is built like it means business. Chambered in .357 Magnum, it handles like a dream. Light recoil, impressive accuracy, and the kind of balance that makes it easy to shoot all day. And let's not overlook how good this thing looks. It has that classic American sporting rifle vibe, but it performs like a modern precision tool. Whether it's deer in the woods, coyotes in the pasture, or just making old-school range buddies a little jealous, the 1894 Classic gets it done with style. And it doesn't need a single piece of polymer to prove it. This rifle is proof that old school can still throw hands. For anyone chasing that traditional lever feel, with modern reliability, this Marlin delivers. Number 2. Chiappa Alaskan, the Scout of the Future. All right, now for something a little different. The Chiappa Alaskan in .357. Magnum doesn't just think outside the box, it lives there. This rifle has a rubberized stock, ghost ring sights, and a scout-style rail system that screams backcountry operator. Made in Italy, but clearly designed with rugged American use in mind, the Alaskan features a 16-inch barrel, a threaded muzzle, and a finish that laughs in the face of bad weather. Whether it's hard chrome or Cerakote, this rifle is built to be beat up, tossed in a truck, hiked up a mountain, and still perform flawlessly. It handles fast, it points naturally, and with .357 rounds, recoil is barely a whisper. Pair it with subsonic .38s and a suppressor, and it gets even quieter. Whether you're stalking hogs prepping for the unknown or just want something that stands out at the range, the Alaskan fits. This rifle feels like it belongs in a movie. The kind where someone clears a cabin in the woods with a flashlight zip-tied to the barrel. But here's the kicker. It's not just about looks, it's practical, it's tough, and it runs like a champ. Perfect for bug-out bags, camp defense, or just flexing on your range buddies, the Chiappa Alaskan is for shooters who want something off the beaten path. It's not cheap, but it's worth it. Number 1. Marlin 1894. Dark Series, Tactical Excellence. Taking the top spot is a rifle that combines everything good about .357 Magnum lever guns and wraps it in blacked-out attitude. Meet the Marlin 1894 Dark Series. This is what happens when tactical meets traditional, and it actually works. From the factory, it comes with black painted hardwood furniture, a threaded barrel, and a full-length rail with ghost ring sights. But the details matter here. That paracord-wrapped lever isn't just for looks, it adds grip and comfort, especially when cycling quickly. This rifle is tailor-made for home defense. It's light, it's maneuverable, and with a suppressor and subsonic .38s, it's crazy quiet. Like, don't wake the dog, quiet, but swap in .357 hollow points, and it's ready for serious work. Everything about the Dark Series feels dialed in. The balance, the finish, the speed of the action. It handles like a tool, not a toy. And unlike some rifles that lean too hard into tactical territory, this one delivers on performance, not just appearance. Whether it's clearing brush or clearing hallways, this rifle excels, and it's rugged enough to ride in a pack or behind a truck seat without worry. It doesn't just look tactical, it is tactical, and that's why it's number 1. Bonus picks, hidden gems and collector favorites. A few rifles didn't make the top 5, but they're still absolutely worth a look. First up, the Uber T 1873 short rifle. A gorgeous Italian-made reproduction of the original Winchester 1873. This is cowboy action in its purest form. Toggle link action, silky lever throw, and craftsmanship that feels more like art than engineering. It's not modern, it's not tactical, but it is unbelievably smooth and fun to shoot. Then there's the Henry Big Boy Steel Carbine. For those who love classic styling but want rock-solid performance, this is the sweet spot. Walnut and steel construction, side-loading gate, and Henry's proven reliability. It's a no-nonsense rifle that delivers on every front. Lastly, the Citadel Levtac 92. Picture a Rossi R92, but tricked out with an M-Loke handguard. It's a modular platform that gives you tactical flexibility without breaking the bank. Think of it as a budget-friendly X-model alternative with a little more spice. So why .357 Magnum in a lever gun? Because it's the perfect blend of power, control, and versatility. Light recoil, dual caliber capability with .38 special, and plenty of punch for everything from home defense to medium game hunting. And there's just something special about the lever action itself. The mechanical feedback, the rhythm, the history. It's American gun culture distilled into one slick package. Whether you're picking up your first lever gun or adding another to the safe, there's a .357 lever rifle that fits the bill. From tactical setups to heritage classics, from budget-friendly beaters to high-end heirlooms, this platform refuses to be boxed in. So, what's in your safe? Got a Rossi that runs like a dream? A Henry that holds it down on hogs? Or maybe a Marlin Dark that's your go-to home defense piece? Drop it in the comments. Let's talk rifles. Let's argue respectfully like good red-blooded lever gun nerds. If this kind of content hits the mark, deep dives, spicy takes, and actual useful info, smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell like it owes you money. More lever gun content, suppressed builds, and caliber showdowns are coming fast. And until next time, keep your powder dry, your lever loop big, and your .357s ready.